Hey guys, it's Sam with Davenport Drone Graphics. I'm here at the latest Legacy Louisville job. This one is on Pear Orchard Road in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. I've been hired to do another job for Legacy Louisville, like I just said, and what's special about this one is it's really going to showcase all of the work that Legacy Louisville does when they acquire a house, especially when it's in a bit of disrepair. I posted some videos and photos that I did for the last house that they did. It was in fairly good condition and they just came in and modernized it a bit. And what I want to showcase about this one is in quite a different situation. And we will go ahead and go in, and I apologize in advance. It's a little bit dark in here and I'm still getting better at exposing my shots. So let me just maybe raise this a little bit. There we go, we'll go with that. But as you can see, this house needs quite a bit of work. You know, more than just a new coat of paint. So a few rooms at the last house that was on Deep Creek, you know, a lot of the rooms were made better with just, you know, maybe a fresh coat of paint, some new ceiling fixtures, but this one is gonna need a lot more than that. And what I wanted to showcase is Legacy Louisville does a fantastic job. And you're not gonna see that right now, but you're gonna see it as we post a lot more photos and videos from the project. So what they do is they will acquire a home usually in a circumstance when a home is not ready to be listed on the market. And it's usually in something like an end-of-life situation, unfortunately, or maybe someone has to go into an assisted care and they can no longer take care of their house. And I'm gonna close this door real quick. But yeah, something where the owner can't take care of their house anymore, whether it's an end-of-life situation or assisted care situation, and they will come in and they will take care of the house in terms of handling the estate. So all of the items that the owner has in the house, they'll flip the house, they'll auction off all the items, and they will take care of listing and selling the home as well. So they do a fantastic work. And another thing that's really special about this job to me is that they're working with Junk King, and Junk King does a fantastic service as well, in that anything that they get, they will try to recycle, reuse, and donate as much as they can to reduce the amount of waste buildup in our landfills. And I simply cannot wait to see what this house is gonna look like, because this is probably my favorite part of the house right here. This foyer, not sure how to pronounce it, but this area right here, this entrance is so unique. And I'm also gonna be doing some FPV while I'm here. And that's where I try to get as much as I can with a single take using a drone inside. And yeah, and this was pointed out in, you know, by Dave Wilson himself, but like carpeted bathrooms, no. But yeah, Legacy Louisville is letting me use this place as sort of a FPV playground, and you'll see a little bit of that later. But while the footage that I capture itself, you know, that's not really in, it's not gonna be very photogenic now, but it's a great place to practice my FPV skills, because I'm ready to add that to my real estate services, and I need more places to practice really threading needles and cutting those sharp corners. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed all of my FPV gear that I'll be using, and I will go ahead and show everybody what I use for my FPV services. So first of all, the drone itself. This is a Shendrones Squirt V2. This is pretty much the drone that pretty much defined the Cinewhoop form factor. It uses ducted propellers, and which makes it very efficient in terms of how it flies, and it makes it safe to operate indoors as well. The camera it carries is a GoPro Hero 8, and the transmitter I use is a Taranis QX7. with a Express LRS module that I sourced all the parts for myself and put together. Now, I am a little bit different when it comes to a lot of the drone gear that's out, in that I typically like to go with things that are either open source or in competition with DJI. Now, I don't have a problem with DJI products at all, but I'm a huge supporter of competition. So if I believe something has potential to have more options in the market and to drive costs down, then I'm typically going to want to support that. So as you can see, these are Fat Shark HDO2 goggles with the SharkBite digital receiver. And the transmitter that I'm using, the VTX, is the HD0 1 watt freestyle digital video transmitter. So that is a whole lot of power in this little platform, and while it doesn't have the same quality as a DJI air unit, it pretty much blows analog out of the water. So this is definitely a contender, and I see this getting a lot better with future releases. And in terms of the charging station that I use, this is a charging case that I built into a Nanook plastic equipment case. This is I guess you would call like a prototype that I built myself. Not really an original idea of mine, but I've seen some people making their own charging cases and charging stations. Nerk FPV posted a video that he made of one that uses 4 of these things. It uses a 1000 watt power supply. These are rated for 500 watts each, so I decided to just double that and use a 1000 watt power supply, and I'll probably make a video on each of these builds in the future. Haven't had any problems with this. This has been a fantastic charging setup, and I'll probably end up changing this control panel. It's made out of like clipboard wood, and it uses like a vinyl carbon fiber wrap around it. It looks okay, but if you look close, there's a few things that I'm not really happy with, some defects in it, but I'll probably be changing that in the future. And I'll go over my gear in a little bit more detail later. Batteries, nothing really special about those. These are, they vary in size, but they're all 4S batteries. 1600 milliamp hour 4S batteries for the drone. Probably get about, if I'm just flying like crazy, I may get 4 minutes. If I'm doing a very slow cruise like I'll be doing today, I may get 6 or 8 minutes out of it. It just depends on the weather. It's a little bit windy today. I'm gonna do my best to fly in and out of some doors, but so yeah, there you have it. I'll probably be making a more detailed gear guide in the future, probably back home. And for now, let's do some FPV. And right now, I will go ahead and cut to the better moments for that. So I'll see you in a future video. Noise.